Hello everyone and welcome to this video, and today I'm going to be doing a top 10 video, going to be looking at my top 10 songs by the Lilac Time. So yeah, just going through my 10 favourite tracks off there. So Lilac Time, in case you may be not familiar, kind of like late 80s, early 90s kind of sort of folk pop band, I would say. The kind of main sort of songwriter, leader off the Lilac Time is a guy, Stephen Duffy, who's had a very interesting kind of career, kind of both before and after the Lilac Time, sort of period. He was kind of bit like a one-hit wonder in the 80s with a song called Kiss Me, which was a big hit in 1985, but other songs that he released really didn't go anywhere, and he was very much at risk of kind of fading into obscurity, which I suppose he arguably did. But then he formed the Lilac Time with his brother and a few other kind of session musicians, and they didn't have a whole lot of success, but I think while they were together as a kind of core band for about from 1987 until 1991, they made some brilliant records, and I'm going to be showcasing 10 of my favourite songs off theirs from that period. I'm aware that they are still going. They released a great album last year, but I think they very much are just kind of Stephen Duffy solo albums now more than anything else. But anyway, we'll just get right into it. Top 10 tracks. So at number 10 for me, from the album Astronauts, I've got In Venice Gardens. Which is the opening track on Astronauts here, which was their fourth album. It was their only release on Creation Records. I think they possibly got dropped by Fontana after not a lot of success on that label. So Creation signed them and they released this really underrated album here. And this opening track is just absolutely gorgeous. It's more kind of I kind of had it noted here Eastern influence, but there's a kind of it's just a really soft and kind of cushy, kind of marshmallowy kind of song. This, I would say, gorgeous chorus, gorgeous vocals on it. Was just really an absolute treat on the ears. Great drumming as well on this track. I'm not sure who the drummer is on this particular song, but it is really good, and it's just such a catchy song. That chorus is just so infectious. So In Venice Gardens is my number 10. Okay, at number 9 there we have got All for Love and Love for All. So this is I think this is the lead-off single from the And Love for All album, which is a great record. A little bit of a departure for them, taking in a lot more kind of psychedelic pop kind of influence rather than the kind of sort of folky traditional kind of sound sound that they had almost up to this point. This album was co-produced by Andy Partridge from XTC fame, and his fingerprints are all over this song. It's a bright kind of 60s all-out pop song, basically. Super infectious chorus, great backing vocals, and great production on it as well. It's all around just an absolute treat, and it was probably their most commercial song, I would say, in terms of how it sounds, in terms of you're thinking almost this could have been a single. Kind of thinking this could have been a hit, coming out around the same kind of time as things like Tears for Fears, Seeds of Love, so this kind of sound was really in vogue at the time, but the song just never took off, and I think as a single maybe reached number 70 or 80 in the charts. But no, fantastic track, All for Love and Love for All. I used to wonder where the birds flew away. Next one now, at number 8, we are going to their debut album here, self-titled Lilac Time album, with the song Too Sooner Late Than Better, which is a really breezy track. This one, it probably is the most like Simon and Garfunkel. They got to sounding certainly these great kind of like kind of like harmony vocals, like on like the kind of like the wordless like introduction, like is like really great. Manages to be both kind of slightly moody, kind of both like in terms of like its lyrics, where he sings like, I used to wonder where the birds flew away to, but now I spend my days thinking about you, and that ain't wrong, this is your love song. And then it's just got these gorgeous kind of backing vocals on it, great kind of breezy like arrangement like on it too. So yeah, all round a really, really good track, always been a real favourite of mine from their debut album.
The way you wave the flower blooms, I won't pester.
Okay, next up now at number 7 on my list is The Girl Who Waves at Trains. This was a single here from their second album, Paradise Circus, and yeah, this is a really fun track. It's got immediately grabs you, this track, with like that great hooky like introduction. I think it's like an accordion or something going on there, but it's really great. Catchy chorus, which is just full of life like and vibrancy. Sings like, the way you wave a flower blooms, I won't pester or presume, I love you through the diesel fumes, I want to make my way with you. It's just a really fun track, very feel good, and yeah, like everything I like about the Lilac Time really summed up like in one song there.
You've gotta give more than you take.
Another great track, which was a single from their debut album here, is You've Got To Love. So this is a really nice little bouncy like little number here. Great lyrics with, again, traditional kind of fiddles and kind of accordions like all over it. But it's really, really hooky, this song, like this song, with great direct lyrics about like which basically make the song like a real like feel good treat. He sings like, because I can see the time go by, standing still is we who fly. So wrap me up in skies of blue. There never has been much. There's never been much to do. And then there's lots of different sections to it as well. Like, you got like a kind of verse and then the kind of chorus, post-chorus, and then there's a middle eighth. Well, it just keeps growing and developing and kind of getting better and better, this song. So yeah, You've Got To Love, really good wee track there.
I must wait for the wind.
Okay, next up is an album track, which I'm going for their second album, Paradise Circus, here released 1989, this one. This one is Work for the Weekend, and the kind of closing track, or the kind of proper closing track. It actually ends with an instrumental, this one, but Work for the Weekend is essentially the closer, like on here. It's a very wistful track, this, about basically looking ahead to the weekend with optimism after a kind of hard, sort of tough sort of working week. Great production on it with this prominent bass line on it, just a great kind of bass sound like on like this track, and then these gorgeous like harmony vocals like on like the chorus. It's just an absolute treat to the ears, this. So yeah, Work for the Weekend at number 5.
Nobody grows old. We just
Okay, next up now at number 4 is another track from the And Love For All album, and another one which was a single. So this is The Laundry here. Very, very, very breezy song, this one here. I love the acoustic guitars like on like this track, and I love like the lyrics as well, you know, like that kind of like that metaphor, like nobody grows old, we just crease and fold like the laundry. It's all around just a really, really, really nice sounding song, this. Yeah, like I said, like great guitars on it, and yeah, just again, such a shame it wasn't a bigger hit. Okay, and the next one up now at number 3 on my list is another album track. It's the song Wait and See. So this is again from their third album here, And Love For All, and this is a real departure for them in terms of kind of like the sound. Again, it's very psychedelic, this one here, produced by Andy Partridge, again, this song, and there's just so much going on like on like this track, like kind of lots of kind of sort of crazy kind of psychedelic kind of tape loops on it. It sounds basically sounds like it's directly lifted like from like say like 1967, but it's done so well. It's just a really, 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 really good song, this one here. Really reminds me a lot of like the Beatles kind of Strawberry Fields kind of like sort of like feel to it. So yeah, Wait and See, really, really good song.
in the hours of idle dreaming.
Okay, Okay, and now at number 2 on my list, I've got another album track actually from this second album here, Paradise Circus, and this is the second track on the album, The Lost Girl in the Midnight Sun, which is just a beautifully evocative track where I think production, arrangement, and song itself all go hand in hand to make an absolute masterpiece of a song. It's so atmospheric, this one here, the way musically it builds up so well. Basically just starts off with Duffy and his acoustic guitar, but then you get like different production on it, different kind of sort of synths and kind of string parts to just give it such an atmosphere. And again, the way the lyrics build up so well, the final line I think is the spark of human kindness catches a little flame among the ashes, truth will only come in snatches, and then it's just kind of built up to this kind of cacophony of sound. It's just like an incredible song which I think needs to be heard to be believed. So yeah, The Lost Girl in the Midnight Sun would be my number 2.
But I will not return to yesterday.
But for me now, at number 1, my favourite song by the Lilac Time is probably the obvious one. It's Return to Yesterday. So this was another, I think this was the single from their debut self-titled album. It is a great song, this. Arguably the most kind of popular, I'd say, but even then, the Lilac Time are that underrated that they didn't really have any kind of popular kind of breakout hits, but this is a really good song. Arguably a little bit political, this one here, kind of about sort of talking about Britain in the 1980s. He sings he sings we inherited a fortune of innocence and they took it all away, goes the verse, delivered with a kind of slightly downbeat kind of feel to it, but then the chorus has just such a sense of optimism in it. He says we'll face this new England like we always have, in a flurry of denial, we'll go out dancing on the tiles. It's a great song, really, really, really catchy again, and yeah, just an absolute treat on the ears. So yeah, Return to Yesterday is my favourite Lilac Time song. So that's me gone through my top 10 songs by the Lilac Time. So absolutely hugely underrated band. I think if you're into any kind of music from this kind of era, sort of jangle pop or kind of me, or maybe more kind of folky stuff, then they're absolutely worth a listen. Or even sort of psychedelic pop, there's something for everyone, I think, with the Lilac Times. So yeah, they're an absolute great band, and I hope that by kind of doing this video that I guess some of these songs maybe do get noticed a bit more, and some attention, some love, because they absolutely deserve it. So anyway, yeah, that's becomes the end of this video. So yeah, if you've got any requests for future ones, please do leave them down below in the comments, and I will see you all next time for the next video. Goodbye.
Return to yesterday, or smooth